Wagwan, everyone. I hope you're doing well and welcome back to another stream up on Tariq Talks. Don't you worry, guys. I am here. Apologies for being late. You know what? I'll give you the reason. Dinner was being cooked and it wasn't made till late. Thanks to mom. Give credit to Momsy. No, that's the reason I'm late, but it was worth it. It was tasting very good. But apologies for you guys for being late. And lateness is greatness. They do say. I've not even got the right channel on. It's still on Sky Sports from yesterday. Free plug right there. Make sure the right channel is on. And I'll get chatting to you guys right now as well. The players are in the tunnel getting ready. AC Milan versus Liverpool, as you can see from the title and the thumbnail. Let me see what you guys have been saying in the chat. A lot of comments in already. We've got Klopp Talk TV who came in and popped in to say hello. Big up Tariq. Hopefully the Reds get a good result. Got to watch along on my channel, so appreciate the work you're doing. Keep it up, bro. We'll try and pop in as much as I can. You never walk alone. Go check it out for a little bit, people. Go show them support. Show them that the TTF is here. Big up yourself, Klopp Talk. Nice to see you there, Aled. We've got Jay always in here, nice and early. Second one today. But yes, team, my bro, nice to see you. Hope you're keeping well. Both our teams lost in the weekend's games. I will be doing a preview/review at the end of the week, looking back at last week's games just quickly and brushing up on that. And also giving you guys an update on where you are in the league table. And guess who's back? Back again. Casey's back. Tell a friend. Hope you're doing well, Casey. We got Rich in the place as well. We got Matt G. Nice to see you, Matt, my fellow gooner, hurting with me. As you can tell, the energy's not on quite the same level. I felt quite, football, especially since doing YouTube. I feel like I'm starting to feel it a lot more when it comes to defeats, and the banter levels is increased. I mean, I was getting a lot of banter thrown at me with Arsenal in recent years in the first place with my friends and acquaintances, but now it's just getting even worse. But in a way, I'm glad I get to share it with people like you, Matt. So thank you. And he said, be good to watch decent teams play. I'm still angry about Arsenal. Before I even read that comment there, I knew you'd be feeling the same way. Nice to see you though, Matt. Casey's back. We got Moss in the place. Nice to see you, Moss, coming in with a chatting to you guys. Vieira's old team in the MLS finale. Wow. Mbappe and Messi 2 each. So is it 4-0 in the end? And we've got Tish in the place as well. Nice to see you, sis. Hope you're keeping well. Yes, T. We got Edmund in the place yet? I'm not too sure. Casey's 3 months in, 12 weeks without smoking. Keep going, Casey. You're smashing it, man. Nice to see that. And he's saying my lung function is great. My air capacity is good because I can cycle further after about 5 years, and I'm 50% on the road to a full recovery. It will take me 10 to 15 years for a full recovery. You're on the road, man. Don't look too far too soon. Because that can demotivate you at times, but you're on the right path, man. So keep going and look at every day and each day that you have. That's the one way you're going to be smashing it, bro. And as long as you take it each day at a time, it'll become a lot more achievable and attainable. So keep doing that, Casey. Smashing it. T, do you rate Damari Gray? Jay? I don't know. I feel like I want to swerve your question there. I didn't until this season. He went and proved me wrong yesterday. adding to that. Who else we got? We got Josh in the place as well. Our resident Newcastle fan. Hey, hope you're doing well, Josh. Hope you're keeping safe. And yeah, who have you got in the FA Cup? You mentioned it. Is it Cambridge? I believe. I think it is Cambridge. Score predictions. My score prediction for this game is we've got Salah and Mane who are playing. I've not even got the screen share set up or anything. I do apologise, people. That's how late and delayed I am. But yeah, Mane, Salah playing. AC Milan need a win with the pressure tell. We've got Ibrahimovic, Zlatan, the former Manchester United player, and many other clubs. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I'm going to say... I'm delaying this, aren't I, Josh? I'm going to say 2-1 AC Milan. Keep it nice and tight. I'm going 2-1 AC. They've got the better team. Not the better team. They've got the more experienced lineup out. Liverpool away from home. They've still got the key man out there in Salah and Mane. It will be going off to AFCON. It'll be interesting to see how they do, because I believe both sides will go deep into the competition as well. And there is everyone. We've still got plenty more comments to go through. But before I do that, I will try and get the flash score up for you guys, just to add to that experience so that you guys can keep up to date and follow the time with me. Here we go. And just in case if anyone's watching, if anyone's new and they haven't clicked on the title or through looking at the title, but if they clicked on during that, they'll know which game we're watching, all without looking at the thumbnail. Let's get that up right about now. Come on, people. Let me know your score predictions. Josh has put in a great question there. I want to see your score predictions for this one. I've gone with a 2-1. I can see what Moss has gone for right there as well. Liverpool on the ball. Nico Williams at right back. Can I zoom in even more? No. I'm absolutely making a hash of this. Nah. But there will do. There will do. Moss went for a 2-1 as well. Great minds think alike, don't they say, Moss? Also, if you are new, hit that subscribe button. And if you haven't done so already, don't forget to hit the like button as well whilst you're at it, people. Let's see how we're doing, actually. Let's see how we're doing. Is that screen still up, yeah? When I do that, did you see anything? I just need to make sure. With the purple jumper. I know what you mean, man. Oh, man. The purple oversized jumper. I do like it. Nice little sponsor there. Probably get it down a bit so you can't see the brand. Nah, joking. I'm not too bothered. T, are you Arteta in or Arteta out? It's a good question. I'm not. I mean, I feel like yesterday was a pivotal game. And I want to answer it straight away. And if I'm going to answer it straight away, I'm still going to say, if you're going to put me on a fence, I'll probably say, oh, I want to be on the fence. But if you're going to put me on a side, I'd still say, give it till the end of the season with Arteta, because you can't be so reactionary. Because if we was going to talk about 3 weeks ago, I would have easily went, oh yeah, we still got things that are promising. And if you heard me speak about Arsenal plenty of times, I was saying expect poor results against sides that we should be beating, because we are a young team who's very inexperienced. And to win games away from home, you need a lot. I think you need control on the game, and our young players don't have that throughout a majority. So, yeah, if you haven't checked out my match reaction, go check it out there. Even though I was feeling it emotionally, I thought I wasn't as emotional as I know I have been in the past. So I'll probably say, answer that question in a long-winded way, Arteta in. We've got vibes up in the place. Oh, Teletubbies. Big up yourself, vibes, man. I hope you're keeping well, man. Are you still on loan? Are you still on loan to Brentford, my bro? Or is that loan cancelled? Or if they sent you out on loan again? You know how it goes with these clubs. Sending players out on loan, disrespecting them. Nico Williams with a shot. First shot in, 3.5 minutes. Yankees, bad vibes. I knew he was going to say this. My apologies. I haven't got a do-rag on today. Literally, I didn't even have time to do that. Blame Rich, exactly. It's Rich's fault. He's the one who could say about Tinky Winky. On a serious note, though, T, your journey has been incredible. The TTF are amazing, and I genuinely wish you all the best and success in life. Such an awesome guy, broski. Hey, yo, big up Rich, man. Touching me with them nice words, kind words. Now, I appreciate that, my bro. And do you know what? I'm glad that I've met you along the way, as well as every single one of you in the chat as well, because you know what, you add so much more in terms of watching football for me. Before, I was just watching football in my room by myself, during lockdown, especially when we had nowhere else to go and there was all that football being watched. And I was in the Discord servers chatting, thanks to other people on other channels, watching a lot of YouTube during that lockdown period. So I thought, you know what, I've always thought, oh yeah, I'd love to be a part of it. I don't know if I could do it I don't know if I would be able to do it though, given time and the circumstances. So before, when I was playing football, I wasn't really being able to watch a lot of 90-minute games. on like Saturdays, Sundays, and midweek games. I wasn't able to watch them because I was playing myself. And I'm sure a lot of the people who probably watch this afterwards or have been at that point in their life when they was playing a lot. And I'm still young. I still could be playing, but right now I'm loving doing this. So I don't want to go anywhere. And meeting people like yourself, Rich, and doing content with you and someone who's showing such support, it makes it all worth it. You know, we're a small channel to begin with, but small beginnings, and hopefully we can get somewhere in the future and meet many more people like yourself and get a really strong community that is already here and already in a place where I'm very happy with. And it's just a credit to all you guys, man. So I really do appreciate it. Vibes, United versus Brentford half on half scarf. I know what you mean about them ones. I've got a United and Spurs and United one because of a certain Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He never got sacked in time. But yeah, probably for a good reason now. Looking at how your first 45 minutes was against Crystal Palace. Tony, has he got C19? Madness, didn't know that. Jay saying that's cute. Jay, to be fair, I've been bantering T for the last couple of weeks. He deserves a nice message. I'll take it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I nearly thought about quitting this game because of you. I'm joking. I wouldn't. Oh, ball being played. Where is Tariq? I mean, Barney is a good replacement, but I came to show big love to you. Big up yourself. All love, man, and bless up. Bless up to yourself as well, Ferbs. Thank you. And I'm glad that I've got you're another one who I've got to meet on doing other channels through Rich. So I'm happy to have you a part of the TTF as well. Thank you for showing love. And I'm representing the purple like your badge right there, man. So yeah, man, nice to see you all. I was playing uni club and dominant at your age, and still was watching Premiership. Oh, how did you do that, Moss? Tell me how. When you was watching Premier League games, you got a different time zone. When I'm playing football though, it's literally 3 o'clock kickoffs on a Saturday, and then you're traveling up and down. Midweek games was at 7:45, 8 o'clock. So the exact same times that Arsenal would be playing. And I'd probably be able to catch them on a Sunday on the odd time. And for me, like if you want to do, you have to be quite consistent with your content. And when you're at uni as well, it's a bit difficult, man. But yeah, Barney, Rich and T doing a madness. Keep it up, man. Yeah, keep going. I'm paraphrasing your words. Thank you, Jay, man. I really do appreciate that. Oh, good header, Tamori. But straight into Alisson's hands. T plays. Nah. Like I'm on the ball. I am on the ball, but I'm way more physical than Ben White. More like Gabriel. Off the ball, Gabriel. On the ball, Ben White. Can't lie, the jumper looks good. Appreciate that, man. Where did I get it? Where did I get it from? I got it from, Urban Outfitters. It's in Birmingham, in the city centre. I've had it for a while now. But yeah, I don't really wear it out much anymore. I just usually wear it indoors as like something chilled. But yeah, thank you for that, Vibes. Yeah, we were lucky, and then we got all Premier League matches, and fair enough, we got them. Oh yeah, you got the mornings. We had all them times. I couldn't stand it. And do you know what? If I was playing Sunday League, it'd be a lot easier because Sunday League is usually in the mornings, probably about 10:30 or like 1:30, and then you'd miss the odd Sunday game if it is at that time. But yeah, man, when it was at them times, I couldn't stand it. And then playing for the uni team, that was in the afternoons, so it didn't really make a difference. If I was just playing uni football, then yeah, it would have been way better. Maguire, yo, Jay's putting disrespect on my name right there. Maguire and Ben White, perfect combo. But yeah, make sure whoever's watching the other games or who's kept up to date, chuck it into the chat as well for myself and the TTF. We need it. And we've got 8 people watching. If you are new, hit that subscribe button. And if you're watching on Twitch, hit the follow button. We've got 1 person on Twitch right now, so appreciate that. We would play evenings here. Yes. What, in uni? Yeah, you do see a lot of college games that happen in the evenings, isn't that? Am I right? Oh, it takes your whole day, innit? It's true. When you're traveling up and down, and then it takes out your morning. So if you've got a 3 o'clock kickoff, you can't watch the 12:30 kickoffs. You miss a lot of that. you miss the 5:30 kickoffs because you're probably still traveling up and down to play for games and stuff. So yeah, it does take it out of the way. And then when you probably you catch it on match of the day, you catch it on them ways. But yeah, I know, Rich, you understand the struggles, man. Ox big match, yeah, it is for Oxlade-Chamberlain. I think he's been pretty decent when he has come in for Liverpool. But they have got their best midfield back now in Fabinho in the centre defensive midfield position, Henderson in that right centre mid position, and then Thiago off of the left, who roams a bit more, has a bit more freedom. So yeah, they've got that. And when Harvey Elliott was playing at the start of the season, he was making it so difficult for Oxlade-Chamberlain to come in because of what he was providing from that right centre mid position. And Liverpool, a lot has been spoken about the lack of squad depth that they have. However, when we're looking at it in the midfield, which was where they lost Gini Wijnaldum in the summer, they didn't replace him with a signing, but Harvey Elliott came in and he replaced him straight away. And they do have a bit of depth in that central midfield position. Yes, with the given away there by who is that? At left back? Oh, is that Morton? Oh yeah, he's just covering at left back there. But yeah, when we look at, obviously, with the players like Salah, Mane, they don't have much replacements there. Even with their fullbacks, Tsimikas has proven good this season. Prior to the season, Liverpool fans weren't quite sure if he was at the level because of that first season, but he just looked like he needed to settle into English football. He's still young, coming from Olympiacos, completely different league culture during lockdown and all them things. But right back still looks a problem because I'm not too sure if Nico Williams is at the level for Liverpool as he is now. Defensively, he's having to deal with Teo Hernandez. He does well there. Curse of the commentator. Always does well. Or bad. Depends on how you're talking about them. Ajax are 1-0 up already. Ajax are bossing it, aren't they? Who scored? Haller again. Wow. Haller scored. That's crazy. T Yankee Barney. You know about it, man. Yeah, I remember Scotland playing. I would miss Premier League games lots. Okay, I can understand. Yes, you can. Yeah, you see, that's the thing. And you know what? It's a problem for these semi-professional teams or lower level teams in general. When you've got, I think they should probably create different kickoff times. What's the sound about that? How do you like the sound of that, people? Is that something that could be worked in the EFL to have different kickoff times, especially when we come into like Conference League games? Because you got professional teams in there, and then some. I think the most of the Conference Premier are all professional now. In 2021 wasn't the case previously. And then you've got the odd semi-pro team, and then in the north and south, it's a bit more 50-50. Am I right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Anyone that knows. So that the Conference League used to be like predominantly semi-professional, but now a lot of teams are professional. They have players on full-time contracts, etc. But if they made it at separate times, they'd probably even get a better showing. And you know what? The more the merrier, more football. And yeah, but they still get a decent turnout already, especially if you're in these like town areas where they don't have like a local club that is in like the Premier League. So yeah, they still get a decent one. We've got Rich in the place as well. Big up to Rick. The other game in this group should slap. Oh, who is playing? Atletico Madrid versus Porto. I might have to keep an eye on that one as well. I might have to. Guys, let me know if you're watching the other game. Keep me updated. I might have to look. Hey, Rich. I mean, not Rich. Roland. I'm doing a onesie now. Big up to Rick. So yeah, man. If you're watching that, I don't know why Range are coming out again. But yeah, if you're watching that, please put some updates in there. Keep us updated. It would be greatly appreciated. And what's the game saying? So far, for the first 15 minutes, a bit cagey. Liverpool dominating possession in their own half, though. They're into AC Milan's half now. Good switch out from Nat Phillips out to the left. Tsimikas plays it inside to Mane. He plays it square to Minamino. Plays it back to Mane. Mane plays it inside. Back towards Phillips, who plays it to the right for Nico Williams, who looks to play forward, but instead plays it square in the midfield to Morton. He does well. He looks a decent player, doesn't he? That Tyler Morton, number 80. He looked very good against Porto from a lot of Liverpool fans talking. Tsimikas, horrendous cross. I know, yeah. Oh, I was gonna say a joke then, but I don't think I can say it, which is good for YouTube. You know what I was thinking though? Man, that was fun up in Scotland. Playing there, always thought I was American players and fans yelling Yankee at me. Of course, I corrected them. And after buying me pints, it was sweet. Just because we're both Ghanaian. That's the one. Yeah, just because you're both Ghanaian. You know what I mean? Hey, home. I was gonna say it as well, but I might annoy some Niger fans that are watching. Home of the best jollof rice in the African continent. I will say, I've said it now. Apologies, Nigerians watching. I know it's a big statement to say, but I said it. Ghanaian jollof. Did I call him twice? Oh my days! I'm fumbling the bag. This is what Arsenal are doing to me. Yeah, I couldn't even pronounce or enunciate any of the words that I was trying to say yesterday after the game, and I saw a lot of other Arsenal fans struggling with it as well because of how much that happened and how it took a big toll. But let me go back to that one because I didn't give it the love and appreciation it deserved. Man, that was fun up in Scotland. Playing, they always thought I was American, of course. And fans yelling Yankee at me. Of course, I corrected them. And after I buy me pints, it was sweet. Is Theo Hernandez cleared away by Nat Phillips? Good defensive challenge. You're in his head. Gibson Oxlade Chamberlain vibes. Oh my days. Vibes. That's a good thing you brought up, you know. Because at school, any mixed race, light skinned footballer. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you look like Dele Alli. You look like Oxlade Chamberlain. Yeah, you look like Gibbs. Yeah, you look like Theo Walcott. All of that. And I was like, I know where this is coming from. I know these racial connotations. Rich, I heard Uncle Ben's better than Jollof. Ooh, vibes, blasphemy. It's like calling tea Chris Brown. I mean, I'll take that. Hey, yo, that's I never got look alike to him whilst I was at school, but I wish I did. I agree. Uncle Ben's is so clear. Oh, my vibes. So who agrees with me? We got screwed over by the ref yesterday. Tomiyasu should roll around like Neymar, and then the referee would have looked. Sad state of affairs. VAR, and if that was Ronaldo, guys, get in a chat because I spoke about that. I haven't watched it since, but I still think it's not enough, and it's not as clear to say it's a red card. I still feel that way to make that decision. However, if the referee, if Mike Dean would have given it as a red card initially, I think he would have. I don't think VAR could have turned that around and said, "Oh, it's a clear and obvious error. It's not a red card." I don't know, man. I don't know. Rich, as the neutral in throughout all of this, as neutral as you can be as a football fan, which means you're not supporting either team or one of our rivals directly. It's a red card. It's Chamberlain. Good block by Tomori. Out left now, Tsimikas gets a ball in, too deep. And Theo Hernandez doesn't really clear it away, but deals with it well enough to just nod it for a throw in. He could have avoided contact. So you think he did it on purpose? I don't know, man. I don't know. Only Ben Godfrey really knows if he, like, well and truly knows if he did it on purpose. So I've had this water bottle in my hand and I haven't taken a sip out of it for like the past 10 minutes. But yeah. Only Ben Godfrey knows whether he actually fully meant to do that. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. But yeah, Godfrey, I think he should have been sent off. Do you know what, though, Moss? That's a good point. I do think that he should have been sent off after that. He should have got 2 yellow cards. He should have got a yellow on Saka and then a yellow card. Who was it on that afterwards? Was it Erdicott? I can't remember who it was. But Anthony Gordon came in with a horrible challenge, which I think was more of a red card. Coming in, flying in, studs up, could have caught Tavares or Nuno Tavares in a much worse way. If he did make contact with him, but not as excessive. It was excessive force, which was enough to give him a red card. However, the contact wasn't made, and I think Tavash escaped injury there. I would have to see it. Was they jumping, and did he need to land his feet somewhere? He did need to land his feet somewhere. Ferbs definitely did need to land his feet somewhere, but it was quite conspicuous whether he needed to let. He could have put it somewhere else. I do believe that. However, he wasn't looking at Tomiyasu. If he was looking at Tomiyasu and did it, then you're going to say he's obviously done that on purpose, because he could have not planted his foot there and he wasn't jumping. But because he wasn't looking at Tomiyasu and Tomiyasu just was sliding onto the floor, it looked like he looked like he didn't know where he was. And then he didn't really put the force down. You could see him, like, as he stepped on his face, he kind of lifted his boot up a little. He lifted his hands, I know that. And damn right he did it on purpose, says Moss. Not sure if he meant it, but can see why it could have been a red. I think that you hit the nail on the head there. That's how I would sum it up in little words. But, you know, on this YouTube thing, well, especially with me anyway, I waffle a lot. So, yeah, that's the better way of putting it in short words. 4 yellows Godfrey should have had on the rewatch. Yeah, he could count it. Maybe one of them, I think he definitely could have had 3 yellows. The first one was a bit early on. But he could have got a yellow card for that one, for the one on Tomiyasu. If the referee sees it, he should be, because it's dangerous. Not that he means it, but, you know, it's like when a player lifts his foot for a high foot and they don't mean it. And sometimes they may catch him a little bit, not with the studs, but obviously he caught him on the studs. I don't know. It depends what the laws of the game is, though, isn't it, for that one? What's the laws? If it is with intent, you can't definitively say, because you've always got to throw it back to if it's Arsenal. What would you react? How would you react then? And that's how I would react if that is Arsenal. I wouldn't want to see a player get a red card for that. He kicks at him too and looks and knows what he did and runs away with his arms up and lifted hands because he knew it was bad. We'll have to agree to disagree. But anyways, we didn't, off of our performance, we didn't deserve to win, even though we had the chances to win, let alone draw. But we didn't even do that. We lost. Oh, that's poor from Krunic there. AC Milan have looked tentative in this game. You can tell that the pressure is on them. As the home side, I expected them to perform and come out flying. They look very tentative. Liverpool look the much better side, even though it's a heavily rotated team, especially in defence and midfield. When you got Origi starting, I can't disrespect that guy. He scores last-minute winners against everyone. He scored a last-minute winner in the Champions League final. Wish one of our players did that. If that is the case, then no red. Just unfortunate. Ref, give or not. You can see either side, but probably best that the way it went. Not like he had to go off injured. Yeah, he didn't have to go off injured. And he stayed on. I don't think Tomiyasu made much of a meal out of it either. There wasn't no protest from the Arsenal players about it being a red card. Tomiyasu didn't feel like there was any intent added onto that. And Tomiyasu, maybe that's just because of his personality and the way he is. Salah, look at that. Who's that? Is that Tomori, number 23? That's wonderful defending from... Yeah, it is as well. Come on, man. This guy, Gareth Southgate, he's got to start over the likes of Harry Maguire, surely. Yeah, he did it his hand, but I don't think it's enough for handball. Come on, AC. Nice to see you, Ryan. A fellow Gooner, I do believe. You didn't state which team you supported, but going through the chat yesterday when I did see you, it seems like you're a Gooner. So, yeah, big up yourself, Ryan. Even if you're not a Gooner, big up yourself either. Oh, Mike Magnan. I looked at it initially, saw it flap, but then he just ended up in his hands anyway. You guys deserve what you got, to be honest. Do you know what? Yeah, it's true. We did deserve what we got. However, I put in the title. We got lucky. Offside is offside at the end of the day. If that would have happened, the shoe was on the other foot, I wouldn't because I like to be more harsh on my team in them aspects. I wouldn't say, no, it's lucky. Timing of pass, timing of run, that's what I would look at. So maybe we defended that set piece well to make sure he was offside. And then the counter attack, the second goal, that's lucky because a fraction earlier he would have been onside and he finished it away. But the first one, I don't think it's unlucky. If you play a man offside, then he's offside. Then why are you going to mark a man when you've got a line set up and it's meant to be in that way? But we weren't good enough in the first half, especially. The second half, we were better, but we still don't create enough chances, though, do we, Ferbs? Watching Arsenal. And that's something that I think both of us can really relate to at the moment. And the difference between both of our side and your side is you have the quality to take them chances and put them away. Up top, you've got Cristiano Ronaldo, who's one of the greatest strikers of all time, one of the greatest players of all time. And when we look at ours, our lack of quality shows in that final third. So yeah, man. And now you guys are starting to. It's only the start. One game, can't go too far into it, but there's a big difference already. So yeah, there's a big difference in that first 45 minutes. But now you could be piecing a cohesive team, and then with the quality you've got, I mean, then you should be competing for the top trophies, but not this season. Not this season yet. Right, he disowned him on about Eddie. Exactly. Talking about the loss, not his face getting stamped on. Oh, I thought so. Yeah, I did think so. Big up onto Wrighty. Sad news about his mom. Was it his mom that had passed away? Was it his mom that passed away? Vibes. Let me know. Because Moss was letting me know. I haven't been on socials or anything all day, so I haven't seen anything. Tomori, the traitor. Hey, he left you for England, didn't he? I mean, he was born in Canada. Wasn't he, in Calgary, I believe. Corner, whipped in, shot blocked from Konate, cleared away by Tonali. To me, this just shows, I know we're 27 minutes in, this game could completely change and turn on its head. Serie A, don't try and chat to the Premier League. This is one of your best teams in the league right now in AC Milan. One of your title challenges. I know Liverpool is one of ours, and they're one of the best teams in the world, and I believe our top 3 clubs in England. Oh, here we go now. Curse of the commentator, Tonali gets it through to Zlatan. Cuts inside, goes back, checks on his right foot, doesn't make a decision, has to go to the byline while defending from Konate in the end. 1v1 defending at its finest. Anyone watching the game, anyone who's a centre-back, whether you're young or old, that is how you defend. Do not commit yourself. Show him wide, even if it is onto his stronger foot, and block a potential shot. Cover all your angles. Ibrahima Konate, well defended right there. I wanted Arsenal to win yesterday as I wanted Everton, as I wanted Rafa sacked. I understand. So, ball in, and there's 1-0 to AC Milan, just as perfect time. As I was saying, the quality in Serie A. And guess who it is? Fikayo Tomori. Fikayo Tomori, the boy from born in Canada, as Moss called him, the what? The traitor, has only gone and put AC Milan in front. Their first attack, they win a corner and they score from that corner. Looked like a mistake from Alisson. Poor defending, poor marking in the box. As I was talking about Konate, that's how you defend. Let me watch here. Yeah, Minamino. I think that's Minamino's fault. He lets it go. He puts a lazy leg out. Alisson reacts quickly. But Fikayo Tomori also quicker and alive to it, more alert than Mane, Konate, and Origi. So yeah, they've got a sense danger there. But for me, that's Minamino's mistake. He's got to make sure he gets something on that, blocks that ball going through. It's an awful corner in the end, but it breaks through, and AC Milan end up taking the lead, and it's 1-0 to the Rossoneri's. The Rossoneri, not the Nieris. Don't listen to me. And Ryan's actually a Blackburn fan. Big up yourself, Ryan. Man, we've got a Blackburn fan in the place. Talk to me about Blackburn this season. Ben Brereton Diaz, your Chilean sensation. Who else have you got? Is Tony Mowbray still the manager for you guys? Tony Mowbray was the former. I don't think he is. Is he there? Let's have a look. Is Tony Mowbray still your manager? Tony Mowbray. Tony. Is it? Yes, he is the head coach of Blackburn. How are you guys doing? What's your thoughts on Blackburn, Ryan? I want to. There you go. Big bet. Yeah, there you go. Brereton Diaz. I see. I didn't even see the comments. Oh man, I could have got there. Ibrahimovic. Big up, Mama G. Nice to see you in the chat. Leave a like button if you haven't already. And yes, it is Tony Mowbray. And that goes for everyone else as well. Canadian talent, played Canada Youth with our star boys. Okay, that's interesting. And yeah, he is a traitor, but I believe he knows he could start for England because Maguire is, you know the rest. Old man Righty, it's his mom. Yep, saw it yesterday. And he will be a devastated Jamaican son. Yes, he will be. That's unfortunate. Condolences out to Righty. Or Mama G's in the place, or she was in the place, or she might still be here. Yeah, man. I wouldn't want to lose my mom. Well, there is a time. There is a time for all of us, unfortunately. But no matter how old, it'd still be horrible either way to lose one of your parents, and especially your mom. For Righty, was he single? Was he a single parent? Did he live in a single parent house? Was he raised? I think he was. It will be. I've just seen that. Big up yourself, Munzi. What time are you doing the Champions League show on Thursday? Thank you for bringing that one. I will be. Is Origi good feet? Shot saved by Mike Magnon. What time on Thursday? It will be on. What time's the Europa League games? 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock, if that's okay. 5 o'clock on Thursday. That's when I'll be doing the Champions League review show up here on Tariq Talks and on Munzi Talks. So yeah, I'll be doing that there. I'll get the stream all set up. So you guys, hopefully you guys will be there and we'll talk about games like this tonight, and I'll catch up with the other games and tomorrow's games, as I will be doing another watch along as well for tomorrow's game. It will be Bayern Munich versus Barcelona. Barcelona need to win, similar like AC Milan here. True Geordie podcast with Ian Wright was really good. I remember watching that. It came out a couple of years ago now, didn't it, Vibes? I watched that. I loved it. I might need to watch it again just to get myself refreshed, because he talks about a lot with his marriage and stuff as well, doesn't he? He's got another podcast at the moment with Ben Foster as well. To complete our team, we need that physical box-to-box midfielder, skillful, who can connect, play, and I think we have a decent chance of promotion if injury-free. Ryan, I thought you was talking about Arsenal then. But yeah, that don't we all need that? I wish we had that physical box-to-box. Hey, we'll give you Thomas Partey if you've got a CDM that can do it in the Premier League. Would you take Thomas Partey right now? I'm not too sure if he'd stay injury-free though. Blackburn, you need Stefan. I can't say his name. Is it Eustachio? Or Eustachio? Check him out. He has made Canada a top nation. Yes, he plays for. Is it Pacos de Ferreira? If I am correct, I think it is Pacos de Ferreira. Let me have a look at the stream when I do this, because I'm trying to get up another. But here's Salah now. Tries the ball with the outside of his foot from that right position. Chamberlain blocked again. Another corner for Liverpool. Getting shots off. No real chances created as of yet, though. Let me have a look right now. See what happens when I do that. So, yeah, I'm just having a look, trying to see if it does anything. Go on, catch up. Yep, it does show. It shows everything. I didn't even know. But yeah. Ball whipped in. Sent to mid, Pacos de Ferreira, Portuguese League. Imagine losing to Watford, then having their goalkeeper doing a whole vlog. Oh, I did see that one with the Manchester United. Didn't he get David De Gea's shirt as well after that game? Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Jan is coming. We are in a good position. Loans down as they like to come to come. Well, sorry, I can't even read there. Let me start again. January is coming, and we are in a good position. Loans down, as they like to, come to higher up teams in the Championship. Yes, they do. So we'd probably see players that aren't really getting much game time in the Premier League. That would be going. Maybe in the European leagues as well. Coming into the Championship. Who would I give you? Ainsley, man. Look at Chino vibe. Shut up, man. Yo, Chino's completely forgotten about that now. Big up yourself, though, Chino. He's thinking, yo, Ralph Rangnick at the... No, I can't say that. Ralph Rangnick's here. Everything that happened. Oh, Salah! Is he offside? Is he onside? I think he is onside. They are high-fiving. And Salah adds another goal to the tally. Jurgen Klopp smiling, beaming with him, Bobby Firmino teeth. Let's have a look at this. Chamberlain, shot. I don't think he punches that out in a good position, Mike Maignan. Salah is onside. He looks onside. It's a good finish on the rebound. A bouncing ball. It's a strike that Mike Maignan should be dealing with a lot better than that. Yeah, it's a good strike from Salah. Oh, that's perfect. That's the type of form that Salah is in right now. Big up yourself. Why not? Hope you keep him well. I saw your comments in the previous video for the match reaction. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. I think you are right in a lot of things. You bring up some good facts and statements too. Lol, everything that happened under that waist, man, is out my head. Like Men in Black. Yeah, eat that. You just completely forgot. But nah, that's all right. You need to when those things happen. Yeah, you need to move on. Forget about it. Tyler Morton, well played. Brilliant challenge from the young 19-year-old. I mean, I take him. I'm saying that I take him at Arsenal. However, we've got our own sensation. He doesn't seem to be getting game time in the first team or training with them at the moment. And that is a young lad from Luton named Charlie Patino. You've probably seen a lot of Arsenal fans on social media gas him up and hype him up. He's quality. He will be in the first team at some point. We will see him. And hopefully against Sunderland, that might be the game for him. That goalkeeper isn't great for Milan, is he? Mike Maignan, he's actually a decent keeper, you know. In that instance, in that situation, that was shocking. He's a decent goalkeeper, probably a bit, rash, erratic in that way. But I think he's very good. It's a good signing. Good replacement for Donnarumma. But yeah, I think he's good. I rate Mike Maignan. That the Ox assist, I guess it is in the end. Missing Donnarumma. I don't know, man. We've got Isaiah in a place. Rafa meltdown. Fax. Sir Alex in his head for life. Yeah, I remember that one at Liverpool. He is in his head. Lost Donnarumma to PSG. His wage demands were too much. And here we go. Here's Mane, though. He's in behind. Dodgy touches. Hits the side netting. I think it's well defended in the end. I don't know. No, I don't think it is, actually. I think the referee's giving a goal kick. Origi does well. Gets Mane in behind. Mane can't control that ball. Ball bubbling all over the place. He was off. Oh, he's offside anyway. Yeah, he's a mile off. But he couldn't control that ball at all. Maybe it's the pitch. It might be the pitch, I'm seeing the ball bobbling up and down when it's just being a nice daisy cutter pass being played. Last time Rich wore purple, he got roasted. Big up yourself, Santi. Did he? So, okay. I might have to avoid wearing purple then. What is that from Teo Hernandez? 3v3 here for Liverpool. Tomori, that should be a yellow card. Definite foul on Origi. Referee looks like he's going to have a word. AC need to win or they're out of the Champions League. What would a Champions League be like without AC? It's all right. I don't think the AC weren't in it last season. No, they weren't, because Manchester United beat them in the Europa League. We need teams like AC Milan to go into the next round. I don't think they're good enough to really progress after the round of 16 if they get someone at a half-decent level. We'll have to wait and see. If Liverpool, from what I saw in that Liverpool game, in the first fixture at Anfield, Liverpool were quite poor defensively and they still rocked up with a 3-2 win. Champions League nights against AC Milan, them comebacks right there. They do it all the time. Liverpool went 1-0 up, if I'm correct. And AC Milan scored 2 quick goals after being dominated in the first half. But then Liverpool ended up winning it in the end. So yeah, AC. I want them to make it through over. But who? Atletico Madrid. Atletico. I'd rather have AC than Atletico Madrid, and it's just mainly because of style of football. I know that Atletico have the better quality of players individually, and probably are better than AC Milan on their day, but they haven't been showing that, have they? Of late, Atletico, Man United fans keep bringing up 5-0, but keep Liverpool fans, I think that's what you're saying, keep bringing up 5-0, but we won the title when they were ahead of us. Oh, there you go. You did mean Liverpool fans. And look at the possible teams in Europa League from the 3rd placed CL. Yo, I'm gonna have a look at it right now. I can't get it on that screen. Let me have a look. Let me get on it. Teams that could make it into the Europa League: AC Milan, Porto, or Atletico Madrid could make it, if I'm correct. So Leipzig are in the Europa League in the round of 32, because that's how it's working now. There is a round of 32 that these Champions League teams have to go through, and the second placed Europa League teams, so teams that finish second in their Europa League groups, and then the 3rd place Champions League have to go in a playoff situation, which is the round of 32, to see which team goes through. So Leipzig, Milan, or Madrid, or Porto, Borussia Dortmund, or Sporting. I think it could be Borussia Dortmund or Sporting, Sheriff Tiraspol, Barcelona or Benfica, Atalanta. Oh yeah, it's mad. It is looking a bit mad. The Europa League should be won by a team that's fallen out of the Champions League this season. Even though the Europa League has good teams, West Ham are in there, and we've seen what West Ham can do to the big boys, the best teams in Europe. I mean, going away to Man City, losing 2-1, respectable result, and then beating Chelsea and Liverpool at home. Boy, West Ham. I'm jealous. Canadian and Belgian crime. Oh, yeah. I mean, the home of... What's it about? What they have? Is it fries? Yeah, I guess fries. Yeah, they have notorious dishes with fries, don't they? Is it Belgians? Do Belgians have like fries or chips with mayonnaise? And obviously, you guys have poutine. I need Salah to stop scoring. I don't want him to take the greatest African baller of all time crown. Who does that belong to right now? I think that's a good shout. That's a good debate topic. Who does that belong to right now? The greatest African footballer of all time. Exclude Salah from this, because he definitely has a shout and an argument in there, and it probably is him. You've got Yaya Toure, Didier Drogba, George Weah. But I pardon me, excuse me there. I'm not too clued up or knowledgeable on George Weah, because that was before my time. But who I'm thinking instantly, Yaya Toure, Didier Drogba. Who else? Throw some more suggestions in the chat. Frank Kessie, not at that level yet. May get there, may not. Tonali, Kessie, solid defense. It could progress. You are right, it's true. And then when you've got players like Zlatan with the quality, even at the age of 40, Teo Hernandez is a very good left back. I believe he's one of the best left backs in the world, in my opinion, from what I've seen from him. I believe. I mean, that's my opinion. And he's proven a real good, showing that he can do it at the national team level with France as well. Hannah Nearly, Tomori should be playing for England. What am I doing here? Star in a comment. What does that do, actually? Simeone want TP back. Would you give Thomas Partey back to Atletico Madrid if they offered the right money? And Zlatan is immortal, obviously. Anthony owns it. Brilliant goal. Is it 2-0? So is that 2-0 Ajax then? Napoli and Leicester are in the Europa. That's going to be a good game tomorrow. And that could end up either way. Ooh. that one's a 1:45. That one's a 1:45, isn't it? Kickoff. I might have to change the time for Thursday. Thursday's game's looking a treat, even if it is Europa League football. Man, if we had him and KT for our 3-4-2-1, but Anthony, too expensive now. Ball in behind, Krunic, Konate, once again, well defended. But maybe Overmars take over for Eddie, maybe. See, we've got Drogba, Yaya Toure. Do Atleti want to swap managers? Arteta is as defensive, but not even organised, though. It's backwards, at least. Simeone has a direction. Eto's a good shout. JJ Okocha. Yeah, JJ Okocha, PSG legend and Bolton Wanderers. You got some good shouts in here. Anyone? Eric? Hey, Eric Bailly, you know. Oh, wow. Poppy Flanders Field. Fritz with Mayo. That's it. Yeah. Is it? Those Belgians. Drogba, Weah, Adebayor, Laurent, Toure. I'd say Drogba's in there. Weah's in there. Adebayor, no. Lauren, no. Toure, I guess, yes. If you're on about Colo Toure, then I guess. But Yaya's definitely up there. Drogba, Eto'o. Has to be Weah, only African player to win the Player of the Year and Ballon d'Or, as why not called it. But yeah, I know Ballon d'Or. Yeah, I think yeah, it will have to be on accolades. But I've never seen him, so I can't give that as my opinion. Origi tries one from miles out, but Salah gets it now. From what I've seen, Salah, my Arsenal mate, is a stat padder. Oh. Why not? That's a controversial one right there. Is Salah a stat padder? Oh, I'm not too sure about that. I'm not too sure. Especially this season. But even in this... Minamino, very fortunate there. That could have broke for Liverpool. Guys in the chat, I don't know, man. Vieira, whoa, Vieira. He comes from Senegal and he played for Arsenal. Vieira, whoa, best African. I mean, Vieira would be up there because he is from Senegal, I do believe. He is, isn't he? Even though he represented France. Vieira, whoa. And that's half time in this game. And that is half time. Bring the smoke. Bring up the smoke for why not? I'm sure he'll probably hit you with facts and stuff. Okay. I'm going to bring the smoke to you now. Why not? Yeah? Okay. Why I say Salah isn't a stat padder. Would Liverpool have won the league, have won the Champions League, or even made the Champions League final without Mo Salah? Let's not forget, I know that Van Dijk's a massive part in there as well. However, Mo Salah is the goal scorer for that team. You take Mo Salah out, he's also added the creativity in this season with the assists that he's made. Look at that assist for the last game against Wolverhampton Wanderers for Origi. The touch, the ball, fantastic. I mean, Salah, I don't think he's a stat padder. I don't think he is. And he's actually made winning goal-scoring contributions, not from penalties, not from free kicks. The assists aren't coming from corners. I know he scored penalties as well, but not a lot of his goals don't come from penalties. I can't give you an exact stat because I don't care enough about Liverpool to go and do that. Look at those exact stats, but there must be something somewhere. Now he manages the mighty Eagles, Vieira. Whoa. Oh, I got the smoker. Him and Mane are driving each other on also. Yes, they are. Is Mane's up there, I guess? Mane's up there for one of the greatest African players. I don't think he is in the same league as your Drogba's and your Yaya Toures. Maybe Eto'o, maybe in the same league as Eto'o. But however, Eto'o did win the Champions League for Inter as well as Barcelona, Inter Milan as well. I put Eto'o over Mane for me personally. Why not, man? It's interesting. You're right. I wore purple and got roasted. Hey. I'm rocking it. Now, Jota has arrived. It's the best Liverpool team I've ever known. It will win the Premier League this season. Ryan's coming with a big shout. Ryan, when I see you in the chat, don't go hiding. Don't go anywhere at the end of the season, because I will remember this. Ryan, I'm associating Liverpool with you, yeah, about winning the league. Because, guys, I haven't seen any of you guys say who's going to win the league this season. So let me know who you think it is. I said Chelsea at the start. And because I've said Chelsea at the start, I'm not going to be reactionary. I'm still going to say Chelsea to win the league. I'm still saying Chelsea. Even though they haven't been the best team doesn't always win the league. Do they? Nah. It's all about collecting. They haven't been the best team in terms of performances or the best team to watch or really blown anyone out of the water. But I think Chelsea will still win it. The fact that they're up there in and roundabouts without a striker, basically, who's performed, credit to Chelsea right there. I'm going for Chelsea to win the league. What are you people saying? I called Liverpool, did. I remember now you did, to win the league this year. But when Lukaku signed, I wavered a little. So you're still going with Liverpool, Moss? You're still sticking with the mighty Reds, who we are watching? Newcastle want Origi. Hey, Josh, would you take Origi? Because I don't think you need a striker. That's not your place where you need to, that's not your issue in the squad at this moment in time. You need a centre midfielder. Definitely need someone in that central midfield position. Probably a central defensive midfielder. Someone to replace John Joe Shelby, because I don't believe he's good enough at this level, or the level that you want to get to. Just doesn't do it consistently enough for me. And that's what you want to be a Premier League side, to be a team challenging, be a if you want to even get to in the short term to a mid-table side, that's where you need to get. I can't read. It's just crazy how good that front three are. Salah has came to another level too, top of the tree, both on goals and assists. Only Lewandowski has more. There's Ryan comment about that Mo Salah, and I do agree. And that's from someone who's not even a striker. Let's remember that. Newcastle to do a title run after January, and we need no defenders and a CM. And no, we need defenders and CM. If I could read, I could have got that first time. And I agree with you on that one. I want Ryan Gravenberch. Newcastle want a lot. I don't think you'll get Ryan Gravenberch. I think it's a good shout. Ajax killing it. Teenager. Is he still a teenager? Is he turned 20 yet? Fantastic midfielder. Coming into your side, I think he would stick out like a sore thumb, and he may not settle well because he's in a very good system at Ajax with a lot of technically gifted players around him, and he knows what he's doing. He knows the role he has in that team. At Newcastle, I don't think it's that structured, even with Eddie Howe there, who is doing a decent job so far. And Jay coming in with a big one. Who's going down? Who is going down? For me, I'm going to go with... When I did my mid-season grading video, I said Newcastle would stay up. I've changed my mind. Even after that win against Burnley, I don't know. Consistently, they've had a couple of games where they picked up 4 points when they needed 6. They picked up their first win against Burnley, a draw against Norwich. I'm going to go with Norwich, Newcastle. Oh, this one's hard, man. It's getting a bit tense now. Norwich, Newcastle, and Brentford. I'm going to go Brentford. Norwich, Newcastle, and Brentford to go down. So Moss has gone with Burnley. I don't think Burnley will go down. Norwich and either Watford or Josh has gone with Leeds, Burnley, and Norwich. I don't think Leeds will go down now that they're getting their players back fit. They picked up a crucial draw. Patrick Bamford scoring the equaliser there on Sunday. Yes, it was Sunday, 2:00 kickoff. Massive result there. And in terms of Patrick Bamford's confidence, returning back from an injury like he has, he missed, 9 games, I believe? Yeah. Patrick Bamford, I think they've got enough. Rafinha as well. Let's not forget Rafinha. I think he's the best player out of all those sides. Rafinha is the best player outside the top six, outside the big six clubs. Actually, yeah, top six. Let's say top six. Whoever's in the top six right now, Rafinha is the best player outside. Yeah, Liverpool, but I still believe we can get top four too because I am a toxic positive gooner. I'll get into that afterwards. Can Newcastle get Raheem Sterling? I don't think so. Raheem Sterling, Ryan, I think he has more ambition in terms of his career. Obviously, he's getting a nice pay packet at Man City, and Newcastle would be able to offer him that now. I think he's quite ambitious in his career, Raheem Sterling. He wants to move to the teams like Real Madrid. I think even Arsenal is tough to get him, and not for wages, but because we're not in the Champions League, and there's no guarantee of Arsenal being in the Champions League next season at this current stage. And you know what? I'll get into that, Moss, because Moss believes that we still can get top four. Josh, Leeds, right? That's a big shout. Exactly. I think Norwich, Burnley, and Watford. I think Watford are going to stay up, you know. I really do. When I look at Watford, I think they just score enough goals. They score more goals than most of the teams around them. I know their defense isn't the greatest, but when you've got the players like Emmanuel Dennis, Josh King, Cucho Hernandez coming off, and then you've got Cucho coming off the bench, fantastic goal he scored against Manchester City, and he's made some vital contributions. Ismail Assar when he comes back. They've just got the squad depth for me. And then they still have decent mid-table Premier League players like your Musa Sissoko's. So, yeah, I think they'll be all right. They'll score enough goals, I believe, Jay. That's why I haven't put them down as well. Norwich definitely going down for me. Dean Smith gives them a better opportunity and has improved them massively. However, I just feel that the quality will prove the proof will be in the pudding, and the lack of quality in defense, midfield, and attack will just prove too much of a task for Dean Smith. Even though whatever happens with Norwich, I think Dean Smith will come out happy, and his reputation won't take anything of a knock because of the transition that's happened since he's taken over. They won 2 games, I believe. Is it 3? Yeah, they won 3 games in a row, didn't they? But I still think they will go down. Burnley as well for me. They haven't even played that bad whenever I've watched Burnley play this season. I remember watching them again at Anfield in a 12 o'clock kickoff. They lost 2-0 and they performed very well. They were pressing Liverpool up high. They've got a stigma. I think that is a stigma now, people. You may hear it here first in terms of football, fans and stuff. I don't think Burnley play as bad football as people make out. They are one of this season especially, they're one of the better teams to watch. I think there's easily 3 more teams that play worse football than Burnley at this moment in time. I think Newcastle play worse football than Burnley. Sorry, Josh. I think Brentford play worse and more direct football if you're talking about just punting it up and getting it forward as quickly as possible without looking really great on the attack. I think, yeah, Brentford play worse, and Norwich, they're just toothless, really. So I don't think they don't really pose a threat. Whereas you got Chris Wood, who's a decent Premier League striker. Maxwell Cornet's proven to be a very good signing. Decent players like Dwight McNeil, who looks okay and he looks good for Burnley. Could probably play at that Everton type of level, or a team breaking into the top 7. Who else have they got? Decent centre backs that suit their system, their low defensive block in Ben Mee and James Tarkowski. Nick Pope, all right goalkeeper, shocking with his feet. So once again, sorts their style of play. I think they've got their midfield is very workhorse and, get the ball out. Let's swing crosses in. I think Ashley Westwood's got a good cross on him. So yeah, I don't think it is as bad as what people make out. To be fair, money talks, and Tariq does. We can get players. We have 200 mil for January and 300 mil for next summer. In my opinion, we shouldn't spend that much. And St. Maxi, I'll argue the best player outside the top 6. It might sound biased, but you have to support your players, don't you? You really do. I think Rafinha is better than Alan St. Maximan. I think he is. We'll have to do a player comparison. I'm going to do it. Actually, let's do it right now. Let me remove this off the screen. Let's do a player comparison. Premier League. How do you do player comparison? Let's type that in. Player Premier League. Sorry, I'm moving it too much. I'm leaning on it. Player Comparison. Here we go. Let's do a comparison tool. Here we go. I found it. Let us use Alan Saint Maximin. Where are you, Saint Maximin? We'll put you as the home side. Alan Saint Maximin and Rafinha. Here we go. Alan Saint Maximin and Rafinha. Let's get this up on the screen for you people. This season, bearing in mind both teams haven't looked great. We've got. Why can't it show? Why can't it do that? Let me get it on a bigger screen for you lot as well, so you can see it a bit better there. So here we are. 15 appearances. So St. Maximin's is on the left, Rafinha's on the right. 15 appearances to Rafinha's 13. 6 goals. So he's got double the goals of St. Maximin. St. Maximin has 2 more assists. And then if we look overall, is there all seasons? And I know Maximin's been longer in the Premier League. He's had. So here we go. In terms of 66 appearances, St. Maximin has had. So over 23 more appearances than Rafinha. 9 goals for St. Maximin, 12 goals for Rafinha. 11 assists for St. Maximin, 10 assists for Rafinha. I'm sorry. Right there. I know it's stats and all those things. And that's just bringing stats up there. I'm not a stat merchant. Don't worry. But I'm just bringing stats to back up my point. What Rafinha does on the eye he makes much better decisions than St. Maximin does. He's proven to be more of a goal threat from a wide position. I wouldn't say he's an inside forward, which was what St. Maximin is. Set pieces. He makes better, and as I said, makes better decisions in the final third. For me, Rafinha, one of the most technically gifted footballers in the Premier League right now. It's just the usual big spenders. Barca and Real are broke. Yes, they are. Gino Ronaldo might get a return to Tyneside as well. Definitely for that Müller. Pray Burnley Brexit go down. I wouldn't mind Burnley going down as a club in general. I wouldn't mind that happening. But yeah, I don't think they will. I want East Lancs Derby in the Prem next season. What's that? Blackburn versus Burnley. I mean, you're not going to get your Blackburn versus Bolton anymore, are you? Burnley, Newcastle, and Norwich all on 10 points. Interesting. T, you heard of any hierarchy talks after yesterday? No, I haven't. What's happened? What has happened there? Let's go on Twitter. Let's have a look on Twitter right now. Hierarchy talks at Arsenal. I type in Arsenal on Twitter. What comes up? No, I've not seen anything. Let me know. Let me know why not. If there is anything that's broken through. I'm seeing a lot. What a hot like from Charles Watt and them thing there, and people talking about Arteta, Curtis Shaw about Arteta tax. Man's just disrespect. I'm sorry, Josh. I am. I'm sorry. But yeah, I think that you will. I hope you. Joe, I want you to stay up because I want more competition. I want Premier League to be even tougher than it is right now, which I think it's the most competitive it's been in many years. T, who's better? Alan St. Maximin, Zaha, Richarlison, Cornet, Rafinha. Mad question. So how many we got there? We got 1, 2, 3. So we got 3, 6. So I'm going to go from 6 to 1. All right. From 6 to 1. At number 6, I'm going to go with Cornet. Cornet at number 6. At number 5, I'm going to go with St. Maximin. I'm sorry, Josh. I feel like I'm disrespecting you now. So 6 Cornet, 5 St. Maximin, 4, I'm going to go with Saw, 3 Richarlison, 2 Zaha, and 1 Rafinha. I massively rate Rafinha, and that might be biased. So that's what I'm going to go for. I'll run it down if you're just catching it in now. Rate these players 6 to 1. 6 I've gone Cornet. 5 I went with St. Maximin. 4 I went with Saar. 3 Richarlison. 2 Zaha. And number 1 Rafinha. St. Maxi is the second best dribbler in the league behind Salah. I think he probably is a better dribbler than Salah. I think Saint Maximin's fantastic at dribbling. It's just that in product though, he just doesn't do that, and he's one of the most interesting players to watch. Imagine him and Adama Traore. Hey, how about getting Adama Traore for that right wing position, Josh? Would you take that? Imagine Traore and Saint Maximin providing the ammunition for Callum Wilson. Oh, that's disgusting. The second half has kicked off, so I'm going to have to put it back up. People, don't go anywhere. Big up T. Just realised you're doing a stream. Big up yourself, Mac. Yes, we're doing a stream watching your lads in action, proving to be the better side, even with a much changed squad. Yeah, I think you guys have been the better team. You was quite unfortunate to go down when you did. Their first attack, which resulted in a corner, and then they scored from that corner. Mistake from Minamino, and then Tomori was just quicker to react than the likes of Origi, Mane, and Konate that was close to him. But I think you've been really good. I really like that Tyler Morton in midfield, number 80, the 19-year-old. He looks decent. This is the first time I've properly got a look at him. I was hearing a lot of Liverpool fans talk about him after the Porto game, and I'm thinking today, all right, now it's my time to go check him out. He's proper. Look at him there, blocking across from Tonali. Reads the game well, looks very comfortable and depth in possession. And, I mean, come on, let's be honest. He hasn't got a bad person to study the game off in Fabinho. So, yeah, man, I think you've got a real gem there in Tyler Morton. Saint Maximin has been playing Bruce ball, though. Good point. Brucey tax. To be fair, he was playing under Bruce, as Brucey tax ×2. As of Eddie, how much he's coming into the tune. He's not shone as much as the star player. Zaha for me, but I'm being biased. I think you have to back your boy there. He's close. There isn't too much. There's things that go for Zaha, longevity. He's done it for in the Premier League, for Palace especially. And he's played under horrific managers as well. Let's not forget. RT, you're nearly done. I don't rate Adama. Okay, you don't. Okay. Let's talk now, Josh. I know there's a bit of bias involved. Yeah, you don't rate Adama, but what? Why is Alan Saint Maximin? But you rate Alan Saint Maximin. So why is Alan Saint Maximin better than Adama Traore? I have a feeling Salah and Mane will be subbed off, saving their legs for the weekend. I think Saint Maximin is better than Adama Traore because he scores more goals. Josh, he's got a more goal scoring, more of a threat from goal scoring positions. I haven't worded that right, but he's more likely to score a goal than Adama would. So yeah, I have a feeling Salah and Mane will be subbed off, saving their legs. Was there a chance there at the back post that I did miss? That's true. Who have they got on the weekend? Aston Villa, Steven Gerrard returning home. I don't pay attention to Latte Firm, Watts, Wheatley, Benj. You asked me on mate rates with the club. Wink, wink. I was hoping your Twitter fingers would have heard a little something. Oh, nah, I haven't heard nothing, man. Why not? Me and you can jump on this bandwagon all day long when it comes to the Cronkies because I will join you there. That's who I blame. I blame them more than Mikel Arteta. Let's not forget, they're the ones who have hired this board. Yes, Edu's done a decent job so far. However, I have seen a lack of incompetence, with the whole Kia Jarachkin thing. He has to take some criticism, not credit, for that. We haven't done anything. We've been through so many cycles. And I've been finished with the Cronkies for time. This is why I don't call on Arteta. Why not? This is why I just look at it. He's a man who's in a job because of the Cronkies. If we had a better ownership that was more lethal, who actually wanted to win, they would have sacked Arteta last season. Whether we like it or not, I think that would have been the case because of that horrific run. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not a club legend at the likes of Frank Lampard is. I like through them, they should give him the rest of the season now. However, if it was a different ownership, then we're having a different conversation right here. But yeah, I don't see them wanting to move forward, and that's why I want Cronkies out. So yeah, love Arsenal, and you know what, Cronky, exactly. Bro, these guys are bad. We're playing a B team, except Salah, Mane, and Alisson. I don't mind an L today. Just hope that Atletico don't go through. Here it is. Who's that? No penalty given. Frank Kessie, the AC Milan players are all surrounding the referee. Kessie looks like he's looking like there should be a penalty. He's onside. Oh, Simicas. Is that in the shoulder or in the back? Let's have a look. Oh, it's slightly in the back, you know. Oh, play on, though. Liverpool on the counter. Mane, good pass for Origi. Looks to bend one. Horrific shot from Divock Origi. He's my player. Back your boy. I think he's better than Adama Traore. I will back, not just because he's your player. I think he scores more goals than Adama Traore. If we did a player comparison there. Zaha could be out for the Millwall and Brighton game due to AFCON. Big games as well. I mean, Millwall one. It's an FA Cup and it's a London derby, isn't it? They are what? Southeast? Are they classed as Southeast? They are classed as Southeast, aren't they? I guess, but they're not that south, but they're south of the river. Cronkies, the Cronkies, man, they sound like some villains from a cartoon. It does. Do you know what the name the Cronkies sounds like? A villain cartoon. Ryan, that's the first time I've thought of that, and you are spot on. It does sound like at least the Cronkies or something like that. St. Maxi isn't Newcastle's best player. I prefer Dubravka and Wilson, and at the moment, Joe Linton and Lewis, but that's just on current form. I think Wilson is your best player by a mile. I think Wilson could definitely start for Arsenal right now, for sure. Definitely, for sure. He would walk into Arsenal's team through what he brings in terms of a goal-scoring threat and team and link-up play. I think you'd if you're an Arsenal fan and you turn your nose up at Callum Wilson, then he says it all, really. Like, I know we want elite quality and we want to get back to the Thierry Henry days, but if you're looking at Aubameyang and Lacazette and then telling me they're better than Callum Wilson, I don't know. Still, I don't know. Right now, from what I've seen, as I think Callum Wilson's a better footballer than Aubameyang anyway. I think with Callum Wilson, injuries has been his biggest downfall. He's picked up quite a few crucial. Oh, Salah. Shot off. Easy save for Mike Maignan. I think Wilson, he couldn't get into Chelsea over Lukaku. He couldn't get into... I don't know, man. Wilson's class. I think he could definitely... Yeah, Wilson's up there, man. I think Wilson's class. That shows how much I rate him. So I'm not just disrespecting you guys. Liverpool asking for a penalty, bit of a half shot there. Evil Lighthouse keepers, maybe, yeah. Dive, yeah. South London derby. It is a South London one. I did think it was. I know they are south of the river, but they're not as south as you guys. Lascelles and Clark are League One quality. That's probably true. He would be a 20 goal per season striker for a team like Arsenal, as long as he stays fit as well. I do think he could be. You are right, Josh. I was glad when Callum Wilson got his England caps and a goal for England. I forgot he got a goal for England. And I'm on Clark and yes, Lascelles. No, Lascelles championship. Would you say, Josh? Would you say? But back to that one. He's your best player, Joe Lind. Crossing, wait there. Edge, Minamino, blocked. Nah, that's not a foul. How is that a foul? How is that a foul on Mike Maignan there? He runs into Origi. Nah, that's not a foul. That's definitely not a foul. I've just seen a good comment from Jay. Let's get to that right now. Oh, here's Mane though. Save. Good save, Maignan. Origi again. Divock Origi has scored again. This is a good question on Edouard, because I want to hear opinions on Origi, but let's go on Edouard first, yeah? Origi. Before I go in this, Tomori, caught slipping. Maignan again, rebound, another rebound goal. So it's an unorthodox save. Why has he gone to punch that? Just tip it round the cut post. Yeah, what a header though. It's like Richarlison, them rebound headers. Good header. Yeah. Why not? Why not? I know I shouldn't be saying this as an Arsenal fan. I know I shouldn't. Well, Origi's more clutch than Thierry Henry. It's inevitable. Origi's class. Origi again. I've said it, guys. I've said it. Origi. Let's go back to this one, JJ. T, opinions on Edouard, because you was linked with him, to be fair. Vieira has been playing him in his wrong position. He's been playing wing. I don't know. I like Hudson Edouard. And 1-0 up for Atletico Madrid. So it looks like Atletico are going through. Not to your delight. Not to your delight, Mac. But it looks like Atletico are going through in second place. And Liverpool winning all 6 of their games in the group of death. As it stands, absolute joke. Liverpool, crazy good. But let's go into this one now. I think Hudson Edouard is a quality footballer. From what he brings in that striking position, he adds more than just goals to his game. Very technically assured, good hold-up play, can score different types of goals. Right foot, left foot, header, set pieces. He takes free kicks as well. He's tactically versatile. We can put him out in the wing. And even though it's not his best position, he holds it down. As Oxlade-Chamberlain hits over the bar. He holds it down. And for me, I would take him at Arsenal as well. I'm not being reactionary because I would have taken Hudson Edouard anyway. Then I saw it and then I was like, I don't think he's quite hit it at Crystal Palace so far. But I'm talking about the player that I saw previously. Playing for, I know it's under 21s football, but for France, under 21s, and for Celtic, I was like, yeah, he's got tech, and that's the type of footballers I want at Arsenal. So yeah, I'd go with Hudson Edouard. I mean, what a touch! Origi just gets away from him in the end. So yeah, I like Hudson Edouard. If I was to rate him as a striker, you could see him at the likes. He was linked to Leicester. Leicester were interested in him, but then they ended up getting Daka. I think he's a better footballer than Patson Daka, but is he a better goal scorer? Not too sure. But what's required from strikers a lot in 2021 is more than just goals, isn't it? So I do rate Hudson Edouard. He's on more goals than Ronaldo this season and less games. Hey, big shout right there, Josh. That's in the Premier League, of course, because Champions League, in all competitions, I think Ronaldo scored quite a few. Vieira over Arteta, no question. I think Isaiah, though, it's a bit reactionary to say that in a way. Because from a small sample size, yes, probably. But I think it's a bit reactionary. And we still haven't seen Vieira even have a full season. And in Arteta's first, not even full season, in his first half season, he won an FA Cup with a much maligned Arsenal team with the likes of Mustafi, Danny Ceballos. And Danny Ceballos, Granit Xhaka in the midfield, Mustafi, David Luiz, Kolasinac, them man. So yeah, I think it's a bit early to say that, but it might prove to be the case. It might do. Klopp said recently about Origi, he hopes he goes and plays for a team that plays him more than me. Sounds like he's going in Jan to me. It depends if Origi wants to leave. He might like his role at Liverpool. He might do. He might like coming off the bench and just proving an option. He might be getting a nice pay packet. He might like the area. He might be happy there. There's these things that come into football as well. Liverpool aren't going to be desperate to get rid of him. He might just run his contract down, get a nice little pay packet in US or China or somewhere like that. So they don't have to pay a transfer fee and just pay him a nice little bit of wages and have a good quality of life too. Newcastle wouldn't play him more than we have. Exactly. I do think Wilson is better than Divock Origi. Callum Wilson. Benteke keeping him out. Vieira's style of play suits Benteke more. The Hodgson, I think he can still make the 100 club. Benteke. Well, how many goals has Benteke scored? Would you give Thierry Henry a chance at management at Arsenal? Ryan? No. I wouldn't, because of what I've seen from his management at in his career. I think he's been an awful manager. So no, I wouldn't. I don't want those. I want proven managers now. I didn't want Arteta in the first place. I'm not saying I want to get rid of him now, but here's Junior Messias. Cuts inside, trying to get a shot off, lays it off over the bar from Krunic. Vieira has made more progress than for respected teams. He's made more progress into their style of play. I agree with that. Yes. From the small sample size of Vieira, from what we've seen, I guess so. But we can't do that in a way, because that's like saying, and Vieira is much more experienced manager than Arteta. I'm not saying Arteta is going to be better than Vieira in the Premier League as a manager, because I still think Arteta, with a proper board and structure around him, I think he could still be a good manager elsewhere. But not Arsenal. I'm not Arsenal. I'm not sound like I'm saying Arteta right now. Well, I don't know, man. I'm on the fence. I am. I really am. Origi is a Liverpool legend, I reckon. Legend. I don't think he's a legend. I think he's more of a cult hero. I think he's a cult hero more than a legend, because I don't like the way legend gets bandied about. Do you know what I mean? When I say legend, I only talk about certain individuals, like at my club, legends at Arsenal: Thierry Henry, Patrick Vieira, Tony Adams, David Seaman, Dennis Bergkamp, and those. I wouldn't put. I'd put Perez in my best Arsenal 11, but I wouldn't call Perez a legend. But big up yourself, Felipe. Hello, bro. Hope you're doing good, Felipe. We got Quinn Ganado. Hope you're doing good, Felipe. T, is Zaha a Palace legend? Most definitely, yes. It's all relative at the clubs, isn't it? He got your promotion into the Premier League. He's kept you up a lot of the times too. So yeah, and he stayed around. He's done the difference. What Jack Grealish? I wouldn't say Jack Grealish is a Aston Villa legend, unless he goes back like next season or within the next 2 seasons, go back and win something. I wouldn't say Jack Grealish is a legend because he left. But Zaha is a legend because he stayed, as well as brought you up and brought you into the Premier League. So yes. Goal for Ajax, 4-1 against Sporting. Ajax are doing the mustard. They are the real deal, aren't they, Ajax? They are killing it. I've really enjoyed this watch along so far, people. Keep getting in the chat. Keep throwing in your questions. Jay throwing in loads of good ones. You guys in particular have as well. Ryan, everyone, Josh, I'm loving it, people. Keep getting into the chat, and everyone else. Hey, why not? I knew he was going to come at me for this. T, come on. Uncle Paddy is clear. Let me put it in those words. T, come on. Uncle Paddy is clear of Arteta. Vieira, new manager, able to establish a style of play with a preseason and game. Played with the squad overhaul, filling in 10 new players, organised structure and youth. What is Arteta doing 2 years later? Second squad now. Arteta out, Ten Hag in. Right. So, I know it sounds like Arteta sexuals, they call him. For me, yeah, I'm saying Mikel Arteta is a less experienced manager than Patrick Vieira. This is his first job. Let's not forget. I know he's been longer at his club, and Patrick Vieira has created more of an overhaul. I think coming from Roy Hodgson to Patrick Vieira, the contrast is going to be made much bigger. We wasn't playing Roy Hodgson football under Unai Emery, shot from Origi. I don't think there's much difference. There is a bigger difference between what Paddy is doing now and Arteta. From Hodgson to Paddy, then from Unai to Arteta. But for me, it's a short sample period. And what we've seen over recent games, they haven't been performing as well. And you can't... I think it's easy to be reactionary as football fans. We have to give him a full season first before we can really judge Vieira. Yes, you can judge Arteta. I believe you can do that because he's had time, he's had backing in terms of signings. Is it the right type? He's being backed in terms of what players he's chosen what players he wants and who to back and who to get rid of. And the club have given him a lot of power. And it may be proven wrong at some point. But yeah, I think it's a bit too far. And to go right now about about Paddy Vieira being better than Arteta, because let's not forget he did win a trophy where we wasn't expected, and we had to beat the likes of Man City and Chelsea. I know Chelsea weren't great, but Man City were. And if we're talking about that, it counts. And Vieira's managed that. New York City, and I'm at Nice. Let's not forget those and just take it. This is his first ever job. If this was his first ever job, then you can say he's got more promise. But we'll have to wait and see, man. We'll have to wait and see. Look at Alisson there doing a madness. All right, he still keeps possession though. And what is Arteta doing 2 years later in his second squad? And in terms of what he has changed and turned and what he has improved, I don't think he's improved enough. But what he has improved is the defense. He has improved our defensive record, whether it is against lesser teams and in the big games away from home, we have looked poor and shoddy. We were poor against worse teams. We couldn't keep clean sheets against even the likes of Newcastle. We couldn't keep clean sheets at all in Unai Emery and Arsene Wenger against anyone. So he has improved our defense, but that's probably because of his pragmatic style of play. But let's not forget, there was a lot of people calling in Jose Mourinho before we did get Arteta. So, and they were wanting a pragmatic manager who's always been proven to be pragmatic, especially in recent years. Ajax won every group game. Who are you going to? What do you mean, Felipe? What do you mean? Where am I going? Ajax won every group game. Ten Hag stock is rising. I'd love to see him in the Prem. I would love to see Ten Hag in the Prem. I wouldn't mind Ten Hag at Arsenal, but the manager that I want at Arsenal, if Arteta was to go, would be Graham Potter for me. What would you say your most significant life-changing moment? Okay. I would say my most significant life-changing moment was in 2019. 2019 in February. It was whilst I was at university and stuff. I was basically, I've been through depression. I've been through those things, anxiety, and it's a good play from Nat Phillips there. This game's distracting. I'll have to go about this in a lot more detail in the future, probably talking a bit more about outside of football. And then, because I wasn't turning up to my uni lectures, I got a letter sent home to my mom, but I wasn't even at home at the time because I was in Worcester, and it was Worcester Uni that I went to, and I was Origi just past the post. Sorry, I'll go into much more detail and make it more clarified. I'll have it more structured because I'm just thinking off the top of my head. A letter that I needed that was talking about my attendance, and if I didn't go, then I could have got kicked out. So yeah, for that one, I think that was it for me. And then I really spoke up about it. I was explaining why I didn't go and everything like that. So I would say that is for me. But what is more life-changing and significant was when I was 8 years old and I committed my life to Christ. That was at the age of 8. Ten Hag said he will not walk out mid-season through a season. He would not go to United. I think he will say the same at Arsenal at this stage, but at the end of the season, who knows? I don't think Arsenal can attract big managers now due to your owners. I think you're right, bro. We can't with our ownership. What big manager is going to want to come here? Well, having said that, Antonio Conte has gone to Spurs. Antonio Conte went to Spurs. But if you can give him a good project, then maybe that could be the case. So yeah, maybe it could happen. And why did Jack Wilshere say he would take Arteta over Klopp, Pep, and Tuchel? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know why he'd say that. Because Arteta's paying his wages. He trains with them. Not wages, sorry, but lets him train. That's my bad. Yeah, you are right. That is spot on. Eagle Football, Steve Harvey, purple suit in the house. Arteta had a bigger budget this season alone. Palace operating on a quarter of the Arsenal budget. Good point. Arsenal have the better and more expensive squad than Palace, and Arteta won an FA Cup off of Emery's 3-4-3. Emery didn't play 3-4-3 at that point. Why not? It was Arteta that brought that one in at the club at that point. Am I wrong? Emery wasn't playing for 3-4-3. When Arteta came in, he played it off of 4-2-3-1. And then I remember he changed it during that lockdown period because we was playing 4-2-3-1. Even Ozil was playing at a lot of points. When we played Newcastle, we scored quite a few goals and stuff. So I remember that 4-0. Saka, nutmeg, Lazaro. Ooh, cheeky. Sorry, Josh. But yeah, man. I think that was Arteta who changed it to the 3-4-3. If I'm correct, correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, in terms of that, yeah, you do have a point. However, the signings that both of us have made are very young signings. I know we spent a lot of money, but if we're looking at the caliber of players that we brought in this season alone, it's not they're not highly rated, and they wouldn't go amiss at Palace. If Palace would have signed Lokonga before, nobody would have went, oh, wow, that's a big coup, because nobody knew about Albert Samuel Lokonga. If Palace would have signed Tomiyasu, nobody would have said that's a big coup before he started playing. Palace could have signed all of the players that we signed, and nobody would be speaking and saying, oh, Palace, they're showing a real intention now. I don't think you'd have said Palace are going to be top 6 contenders before a ball's kicked with the signings that they've made. If they'd have made our signings, maybe Ødegaard, a bit different player coming from Real Madrid, would have come with a bit more. Ooh, wow. Do you know what I mean? Palace fans, Jay, let me know. Before a ball was kicked this season, what players would you have taken? Like before a ball was kicked, not what you've seen now, that you would have said, oh yeah, I would have definitely been happy with Sambi Lokonga, or because I knew so much about him, because he was a high-profile player. Do you know what I mean? Let me know. Would you have taken Ben White? I don't think Palace fans would have. I don't think Palace fans knew much about Tomiyasu either, or Nuno Tavares, who was a backup left back at Benfica. Hard question that. Big up, man. Not easy thing to come through. Yeah, exactly. It isn't. But thankfully, and this is what I say, like I always do. I just give thanks to the people, the Lord, and my family. Is Nathaniel Phillips underrated? He's not world class, but mid-table quality, possibly. He did fairly well last season on a good run at the end of the season. It's hard to really say, Isaiah, because he's played in a Liverpool side, and I think there's if you're a half decent centre back, most centre backs could play decent in this Liverpool side with a structure around him, and I think he's all right. He's a decent centre back. He's airy. He's good in the air, good in the tackle, okay on the ball. I think he's all right. I think he could have a Premier League career after this. I don't think he's amazing. Let's not forget, Manchester United lost to, and we did, Arsenal with Nat Phillips and Reece Williams. And Reece Williams can't even get into the Swansea team at the moment. Not saying the guy's a bad player at all, but do you know what I'm saying? Like, They rolled up to the Emirates and Old Trafford, and conceded 1 goal in those games in the Premier League. I know they conceded more than that in the FA Cup, but yeah, man. Liga MX, bro. The final is a great game. Atlas versus Leon. Who wins the game is the day after tomorrow. Who's in the Mexican League? Okay, let's have a look at that. Who plays for Atlas and Leon? I'm going to go with Atlas because I've heard of them. And no disrespect to Leon, I haven't heard of Leon, and I don't know who plays for them. I know Andre Pierre Gignac. He's is he El Tigre? No, is he El Tigres? I think he is. El Tigres, yes. Our defense got better, got rid of riffraff, and building a strong nucleus of talent going forward. Now we just need Johnny David and Kese or Gomares or Zakaria. Get off the Potter. Get off the Potter. Nah, I would take Potter, you know. I would take Potter. If we had to get rid of Arteta, I would take him. Big up T, man. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate the love. Big up the question. Usually the hardship or life decisions tend to make us grow the most. Exactly. You grow the most in life, Santi, through the lows, I believe. I say this now, and I've taken this, and I don't. The only two things that you can receive in life, the only two L's that you can receive in life is love and lessons, not losses. It's all about how you take that as a mentality. The only two L's you can receive in life is love and lessons. Losses should be turned into lessons, and it's all about the right mindset and mentality is how you take them on. And I'll say that to anyone, people. Any hard time that you go through, anything that goes hard, whether it's through playing football or anything else in life, which may feel like a loss, trust me, there is always a lesson to be found. You learn more through defeats and the lows than you do at the highs. You learn a lot more. It's true. And that's talking from personal experience and from hearing a lot of other people's experiences as well. Big up at the age of 8. I gave my life to Christ properly at 21. Hey, that's amazing. At any age, really. It was at 8. My family became my sister became Christian first. I was at 5, but I didn't understand. I didn't have a clue what it meant and those things there. I didn't have a clue. It was like, yeah, I know this is what we go church and that, but yeah, I made the decision at 8 when I asked my sister, and it was in her bedroom. To be fair, Emery left Arsenal without a win 2 months in. I think he did without a win. Rich, are you back from injury yet, bro? Conte's still to Man U in a year or so. Played 8 first mins. Big up, Rich, man. Get yourself back on that field. You'll get to 60 soon. Full return after Christmas. When you get to 60, then you're almost there, bro. Love that. I looked, and when I mean 60, not your age. I'm talking about minutes. Cheeky one there. I looked on the odds today, and Arteta is still massive odds to be the next manager to be sacked. It looks like sacking Arteta is not on the cards. I think there is a possibility Arteta could be sacked after Christmas. I don't think he'll get sacked before Christmas unless we lost every game now until Christmas. Drake, baby. Exactly. Big up Jay for asking. Jeremy Bolger. Jack is looking for a new contract. Working for, man. He really let me down. He was so quick to say no, rehearsed. It does probably seem like that. 3-4-2-1 should probably be our system, but Tariq too stubborn to admit it. Lol. Hey, Moss, when I spoke about Arsenal going into a 3-4-2-1, I've said the reason I wouldn't go there at this moment, and the reason Arteta shouldn't go there, is because he's admitting defeat and he's admitting failure then because he's tried to build this 4-2-3-1 and a variation of that for a 4-3-3, etc. through this. And if he goes to a 3-4-2-1, then that's admitting, and then he's saying everything he's built for, the signings he's made haven't worked out in that specific way. However, I do agree with you. That would suit our current crop of players the most. I think Ben White would be much better in a back 3. I don't think he's been terrible in the back 4, but you'd really get the best out of Ben White in a back 3. Tomiyasu could play in that right centre-back position. Gabriel can play in the left centre-back. We'd get the best out of Nuno Tavares in the left wing-back position, where you wouldn't have to trust him to be to be as aware defensively and to come back as much. Like the Marcus Alonso. I think we struggle at right wing back. That's the only area that we really need to improve. I think I don't think you'd get the best out of Martin Odegaard though. I think you'd get the best out of Emil Smith-Rowe and Bukayo Saka, and the midfield, they would have more protection in behind them, which could allow the likes of Partey to progress forward. I'm not too stubborn to admit that would probably be our best team, and it would get the best out of these players. Maybe Arteta should do it, but with his stubbornness that he's proven so far, if he goes and changes that, then I lose respect, because then he really doesn't know what he's doing. Do you know what I mean? Because then at least I can say, like, he's trying to work something out, but it's not working well. But if he does that, then he's like, okay, all right then. like, what is your actual aim then? If you're trying to, it could, because if your aim is to get instant results, and if that's would get instant results, then I don't think you've been I think you probably should get sacked, because it's taking you that long to figure it out. Then you probably should get sacked. Um, you're not, you're inept tactically to figure that out so late on. But the only reason I think he plays with this 4-2-3-1 or a variation of a 4-3-3 is because he's trying to build something with these young players that he's got now. That's why. If Arteta gets sacked, the next manager, I'd say you need to play that formation, or 4-3-4-3, any sort of formation, any variation with a 3 at the back system. Come on, Rich, bro. Your recovery going to be different after more highlights. Exactly. More highlights. We need that. Xhaka back. Rather have Wilshere back. I rate Lokonga highly, as he's still young with big potential. I don't really rate Tomiyasu, but he's not bad. See what I'm saying, Jay? That's back into the last question. I know there's a lot of comments I still need to get to. But yeah, man, I get what you're saying there, man. Emery deployed a lot of formations, 3-5-2, 3-4-3, 4-4-2, 4-2-3-1. In his time, you're all right. And that's what showed me with Emery that he didn't have a clue what he was doing. I would not say Arteta has improved the defensive capabilities of the team. Just as the team defended more, 10 men behind the ball, like the Everton Moyes days. And why not? With that one, I think I can say you probably are right. And you are right with that one. We have defended better because we have played more pragmatic. It's not that, like, if we look at Liverpool, they defend very well because they attack, and when they press off of the ball, they suffocate teams and they make it difficult when they're at their best. I know they haven't been like that in all occasions this season. When they're at their best, that's what they do. And to go away to San Siro and so far only concede 1 goal, that shows, even with a much changed defence, the system works for them. And that's why Klopp's amazing. Absolutely. We don't lose, we win, or we learn. Exactly. When life is threatened, it evolves to survive. And that is true. Why no, Sambi is crazy. It was crazy yesterday. T, I might be going uni. I might ask you questions. If knock yourself out, bro. I'll give you all the heads up, everything that you need to know about uni. And what uni are you looking for? Uni was the best experience for me. It really taught me about life, having to deal with ups and downs, managing my time and finances. Where the ball is out wide? Oh, he's offside. Managing my time and finances, meeting deadlines, all in all to succeed overall. And uni does do that because the responsibility is totally on you. Whereas at school, you get told to do this, you get told to do that. Oh, you should. Bakayoko Cole comes on. The still Chelsea player who's on loan, I believe. Or is he signed now? He may have signed, actually. I may be wrong. But yeah, I do think you are right, because it is all about ownership, isn't it, Rich, when you go to uni? Now, when you make that decision, it's your decision to do anything. Whatever you do, decide you have that freedom. It's if you live up. And yeah, I think you get that to a certain extent anyway. Depends what type of household if you're living in. Surely he has eyes on someone in Jan. If he's desperate to sell Pepe, to give him the funds to get him. Yeah, I think he does. Do you know what, Ryan? It's a good shout. I don't know. I don't think Arsenal really plan to sign many players in January on a permanent. Erdegaard was alone. Once again, that was an opportunity taken because Erdegaard's lack of minutes. Maybe that will happen again. Messias tries to play a good ball into Ibra. He's offside. Look at that line. Surely he's offside. Referee keeps his flag down. Ibrahimovic bicycle kick. Maybe the flag goes up now. Yo, Rich, get playing. Only Young. Yeah, Rich, get playing. Oh, yeah, I thought he was telling y'all. Get playing. Only Young once, but always. But don't listen to me as I played through all injuries, and now I'm paying for it. Katie and Anthony wingbacks. I think Anthony's not... I don't think Anthony would do well defensively, but I get what you're saying there. We need someone right-footed as well. TT, Benji, and Gabriel. They'd be a good back three, I believe. Moss, I'll definitely keep playing after a week. I need after a week of teaching, I need football. Yeah, man, what are you looking to study? Hey, I've just seen what you put there as well, but let me go into this. There you go, TT, admitting it now. But the top teams need to able to change formations. I don't know. The best teams don't. Look at Man City. Look at Liverpool. They don't change formations. They don't change the way they play at all. The best teams don't. Chelsea, they don't even change the way they play. Thomas Tuchel's played three at the back, even if it's up against Watford. I was talking to Hanif on Monday Talks yesterday. He's a Chelsea fan, and he was talking about that exactly and saying about, he needs to change, but top teams don't. I don't think top teams do change formations. Who has done better since the split, though? Emery is now playing Champions League football and has won a trophy last year. Arsenal are out of all European competitions. I don't rate Arteta. And Ryan, that's where my problem is with the club and not the individuals, because Emery got brought in, wasn't even allowed to make any of the signings that he made. You could take some blame for him, not strong enough character, etc., etc. But the man, this is what I'm saying. The common denominator is Arsenal Football Club, whether it's players, managers, staff, anything. Even Ivan Gazidis left Arsenal, went to AC Milan, who's in the Champions League now. AC Milan. Do you know what I mean? So the common denominator is Arsenal. So that's why you have to look at the board for me, because they're the people that have stayed throughout. And this is the one. Sports rehab are hoping to become a sports therapist. That's what I studied at university as well. I went into Birmingham and studied that as well. I think that's good. I think you should do that one. Definitely. It is fun and it's enjoyable if you've got that passion for the sports side of the game in terms of sports injuries and stuff. I like them things. I really like the science of sport when it comes. So yeah, I think you'll like that. I did strength and conditioning and sports nutrition. Ball being played through. Who's that? Who's that on that right wing? Is it Nico Williams? It is as well. But I don't know about doing 3 years at uni. It seems long, so might work in retail, but that could be the worst decision. Jay, I'd go uni, bro. I'd go uni, trust me. I'd go uni. Do uni first, and then there's always that opportunity afterwards. That's what I'd recommend. Obviously, I don't know all your circumstances, but yeah, bro, we'll get chatting afterwards, man. We'll get chatting. We'll have to talk about it. I can't guarantee you when, but I'll drop you a message at some point. I think, here's Kessie. I'll drop you a message after this game. We've got, 3 minutes plus added time. There is blame that to be shared, that's for sure. I liked Emery, was tactically unpredictable, and the Emery squad was the dregs of Wenger, I agree. And compared to players, defenders, did a very good job, and the players were just not adequate and still bottlers. I do think you are right as well. Not why not? That's we know how then. Why not? We did have a worse squad than we do now under Emery, with the players like and the signings that were made. Remember, we signed Lichtsteiner, Socrates, Leno was brought in. The majority of them signings are at Arsenal now. I know Guendouzi. I don't really rate Guendouzi. I didn't rate him before. It's not because of the whole Arteta situation. I didn't really think he was that good anyway. Guendouzi, Torreira. He was pretty good. I like Torreira. And that's a shame, and that's where Arteta might have to bite the bullet. Not bite the bullet, but Arteta might have to take the flack and criticism for that one too, because I think Torreira was decent, and he wouldn't look bad in this midfield. I'll tell you that. So yeah, I need rehab on my leg now. To be fair, there you go, Jay. Get studying because Ryan needs you. What injury have you got? Do you know which part of your leg? I'll try and online diagnose that like a doctor in a consultation. Look at Conte. Look at Chelsea. Conte may change it up. Look at what happened though. He played originally with a 4 at the back, and then they were doing shocking, and then changed it to a 3 at the back, and he stuck with that 3 at the back system really ever since. He played 3 at the back at Juventus as well. He's always his best formation. A manager has a style of play. They usually have a formation to the way they play. Simeone's at his best. You link him with a 4-4-2. And he's someone who changes his formation quite a lot. But the more that they've changed their formation, look at that high line from AC Milan. It's like playing the offside trap on FIFA. But they've won the ball back. Oh, referee called it as a foul though. It has to be said, though, Arsenal owners have given big money to spend. Emery and Arteta have had money. Arteta's had more backing, though, Ryan, than Emery did, because Arteta's been able to bring the players that he wants, the players that he recommended. For example, Edu wanted, Neto, the goalkeeper, the second choice goalkeeper for Barcelona, but Arteta wanted Ramsdale. And then the club decided and went to go for Ramsdale over Neto. There was other signings he really had his hand in. He had his hand in Ben White. He had his hand in Samuel Conga, I believe. Edu brought in the likes of Gabriel with that Brazilian connection. He brought in Willian. But Edu's also, I think Edu was Tomiyasu. I'm not too sure if Tomiyasu was an Edu or Arteta dominant signing. I'm going to give, if in doubt, give it to Edu, I would say. I'm not sure how much control they had of that money. Yeah. Arteta's had way more control than here we go. Liverpool, can they make it 3? Keita to Chamberlain. Oh, that's poor. Chamberlain. Teo Hernandez, well played. Nico Williams wins the ball back, sets them up on the break. Oh, look at that flick. Takes Tomori out of the game. Good ball from Keita. I think it's a good way to pass. Just takes. Oh, it's a poor shot in the end. I don't think there's any deflection, is there? Is it? No, it's just poor from Oxlade-Chamberlain. Man, jealous Liverpool win. They don't even need, exactly, backups. They've got players with 80, 76 on the back of their tots, 47, and still going to AC Milan in a must-win game for AC Milan and winning. This is crazy. This just shows, doesn't it? Free my French Dons, Gwen, Big Black Tower, Will Saliba, P19, and Arteta Penitentiary can't hold us forever. Saliba and Pepe, I agree with. I'm not big of a fan of Guendouzi still. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, big free Pepe, free William Saliba. What's better, sports massage therapist or sports therapist? Basically, Jay, I would say do sports therapist, and then you can always do sports massage afterwards. I didn't actually do. I was meant to do a qualification in college, didn't happen. Afterwards for sports massage because that was one of our modules. But my stepdad, he's got a qualification in sports massage, and he's very good at them. He did it for my last final that I played in. Scored a winner, man of the match, something there. I don't think I was man of the match. I didn't score a winner. Actually, I'm lying. I did score in that game from centre back. My right foot. See, I'm telling you, yeah, I'm both-footed. I'm not 5-star. I'd say 4-star, maybe 3 on a bad day. But on a good day, 4-star weak foot. Tariq talks, because it's the way for the future. I didn't like it, but I accept that it would work with our player personnel. I agree. I do see what you're saying. I think it would work with our player personnel. For the future, we'll have to wait and see. Because Chelsea, here we go, Liverpool. Oh, now they've got players back. As we're saying about for the future, though, look at Chelsea. As soon as they're starting to become more ball dominant and possession based, they are struggling. Tomori and Oxlade-Chamberlain. Even the ref was having a go in there. They're struggling with that, and that's what threw at the back, because you don't need that extra defender. You can have if you look at Liverpool, Man City, they don't play with 3 at the back, and they blast teams all over the place. Look at AC Milan at the San Siro. Do you know what I mean? In a team that is a must-win. Yeah? Marseille doing well, to be fair. Yeah, doing well relatively, but if you chuck Arsenal in the French league, I think they'd do that level as well. Do you know what I mean? Come on. I mean, when we're talking isolation, just Marseille, yes, they are doing well. Credit where credit's due. But if you, I don't think you are, but for anyone who's thinking, let's compare what they're doing at Marseille, it's the French. Like, come on, man. Do you know what I mean? It's the French league. Like, come on. Saliba. I'm not saying that the French league don't have good players, but in terms of a competitive competition, no way. If you're PSG bottling it there, then yeah. Saliba, exactly. You got 2 left feet. Well, some people may say that. Some people. The haters will say that. but the people who love and watch, they'll like it. Into the Europa, man. Shame, exactly. Into the Europa League for AC Milan. The referees added way more time on here. Love the pink jumper, mate, showing your feminine side. Hey. I do like purple. Emery wanted Partey. He did. And Cuckoo, he did. Fabinho, and he got Ceballos, who Arteta brought back, and Torreira, Koulibaly, got Luiz. I'm on a new wave. Justice for Emery. I think Emery's a good coach. I do think that. The game has finished, as you can see. Liverpool have taken the win, and AC Milan are out of Europe. Well, they're not out of Europe, but they're out of the Champions League. Maybe they're... And, hey, Emery's went on and he's won the Europa League, so who's laughing? Who has the last laugh? It is Unai Emery. I see where you're coming from. Why not? And this is why... why not? This is why I love having you, man, because we get to proper debate, and you get me thinking on my toes a lot, bro. When you come in and you spit facts, I can't argue with them. Do you know what I mean? I can't, because you have spat facts. But then I throw my side, I throw in a little bit of balance. So why not? Big up yourself, man. But big up absolutely everyone as well who has joined and come to watch this Liverpool versus AC Milan watch along. Guys, I've really enjoyed this one. I forgot that there was a game going on at certain points because of how much you guys made it so fun, interactive. Thank you so much for joining. I really do appreciate every single one of you up in the chat. Let's just give a shout out to a few of your names. Yeah, we've got Ryan. Big up yourself, Ryan. We've got Moss. Big up yourself. We've got Jay. We've got Rich. Who else we got? We've had Isaiah in here. We've had Felipe. And let me just keep scrolling. We've had Mac. We've had Josh, our resident Newcastle fan. We've had Roland come up in the place. Chino up in the place too. Vibes, who was in at the earliest point as well. Ferbs, absolutely everyone. Anyone else that I missed, I apologize, but I thank you so much for everything and all the contributions you made. You made this interesting. Atletico Madrid won 3-1 in the end, so Atleti are into the round of 16. Appreciate you all. Don't forget to hit a like on this video. I will be back again tomorrow for the Barcelona away to Bayern Munich watch along, which is a big one for Barcelona and Xavi after they lost to Real Betis. Hecky B's Bellerin. Hecky B's Bellerin. Hecky B's Betis at the end. So appreciate you all. Thank you so much for everything, and just for making it such a good night, man. And good night, Ryan. Always love my bro. Exactly, man. Always love these topics of conversation. Merry Christmas. Who is League 1 top scorer? Tell me, lads. And it is going to be, who is it? I don't know. Is it Jonathan David? T, bro, big up. You're doing great. What's good is you actually have serious conversations with everyone, which other channels just doing it for money. Exactly, bro. None of that here. I care too much about you people in the TTF. Do you know what I mean? Tariq Talks Family. It is called FAM and shortened for family for a reason, because I do see you guys as that. Do you know what I'm saying? I'll be as open book as possible. And Jay, the sports therapist, right here, right there. So, yes, and maybe it depends if you go uni and it. Yeah, man, you got a choice at the end of the day. Whatever decision that you make, Jay, as long as you make it the right and you decide to work hard and go in whatever you do, whatever it is that you do, make sure you go in full and have no regrets at the end of the day. That's my biggest word of advice for you. Whether you do go uni or whether you don't, I'm no pressure there. Whatever you do, my bro, make sure you have no regrets and leave yourself with the opportunity to have no regrets, but just by going full tilt. And that's to anyone else watching as well. Anything in life, not just with university, work, any ambition. Go in and don't have any regrets. And you know what? Then if it doesn't work, it don't work. And you fail. If you fail, you don't fail, people. Remember, only 2 L's you receive in life: love and lessons. So yes, one day YouTube going to hit you with an algorithm. I hope so. And the way that you guys support, I hope that, you know what? I wouldn't be here without you anyway. Do you know what I mean? Exactly, Jay. Go hard with it. No regrets. Just like with cheese jumper, no regrets. Exactly. Oh, man. David time. I probably is. Tomorrow, I will be watching a Bayern. You'll have to keep me updated on Jonathan David. Love to everyone always. Enjoy the rest of your evening and peace.